Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. I hope you're all doing well. I always start now with this note telling you, if you like the channel, please subscribe. Still, a lot of viewers are not subscribed, 70%. We're still at 70%. And but again, I'm saying when I posted the We Have to Talk video, there was a huge spike in subscriptions. So thank you very much. Keep it coming, guys. Let's try to reach. The sky's the limit. The more the better, and the merrier it gets, and the more time we get to spend together, because the more subscribers I get and the more views I receive per video, the chances are higher that I can keep on doing this on a daily basis. Only if you want me to, of course. So guys, today's channel talk time. Hello and welcome. So grab something to drink. It's a couch situation. I'm wearing Dolce Gabbana D&G 1996 fall winter. So this is definitely vintage. It's 21 years old. This was quality back in the day. This thing is brand new after 21 years. You can forget that with the stuff you buy new today. So we're sticking to purchasing vintage. We're sticking to purchasing secondhand in 2017. Reasons you know. And if you don't, I'll post a video in the description box down below so you could see my resolution, one of the biggest resolutions for 2017. So, okay, let's begin. Very serious. On my video, I was attacked while shopping. This is a video I posted over a year ago, I think. And Nurse NJ, I guess NJ stands for New Jersey. I'm not so sure, but Nurse NJ, how you doing, sweetie? Thank you so much for following me, for subscribing to my channel. And I think I've also seen your thumbnail on Instagram as well. All right, here you go, guys. This is serious business right now. I'm the proud mom of two gay sons, ages 25 and 30. We all met in Memphis for a family vacation. This happened to us. She means because she watched my video. I was attacked once in a restaurant in the middle of the city, you know, by the owners and the workers of the bar. So you could check out that video in the description box down below. That's a fun little story time video. So she says, this happened to us. I was appalled that someone would attack my youngest son like that. We were doing nothing but walking down the street. One of the most frightening times of my life. It hurt this mama's heart so badly. My sons are amazing. I just wish all could see that. Well, dear mama Nurse NJ, first of all, you're a strong one. And I wrote you this in the comments as well. And I said, you're a strong mother. But above all, you're a very strong woman. And actually, even above that, you're a very strong human being. First of all, to love unconditionally your kids, your children. And second of all, for, you know, having the strength to share the story with us. You don't know me. You don't know who I am. And still you decided to share your story, which means you opened your heart. And the second you open your heart, that means that you're a winner. You already won. And look at it now. Your story is being shared here. We have potentially millions of views that can happen. And to all the people looking at us right now, there's a lot of things I would like to say. There's a lot of stuff I would like to say about homophobia, about all sorts of phobias, you know, fear. And I say it in so many videos over and over again. It's about education, and it starts at home, and it starts at what our parents, what we consider our parents to be. Sometimes some kids don't have mother and a father. They have grandparents, or not even them, foster kids, or not even them, orphanages. Education starts at home, no matter what the home is. And when there is no love, there will be hate. Because the second love is gone, there's a void, and that void will be filled with something dark and negative. Afterwards, the love of the family and the education of the family, of our parents, we have to still build up on that education with society, with the schools and universities ultimately. Which brings me to a point where I say, especially in the States, you know, college should be free for everybody. And I had some morons right on my channel and some other videos that I posted where I speak about this, telling me, you know, very Republican of them, I'm not saying all Republicans are like that. Heaven forbid. I have some amazing friends, both on the Democrat side and Republican side. Really, nothing political there. I can love either way. You know, politics don't define us as human beings. They shouldn't. Politics can just define a view of how we want to perceive a part of a life. But a heart is a heart. A heart doesn't get affected by colors of a party or color of skin. And but why am I saying Republicans in this case? Because they really wanted to specify in their comment that they are Republican and that they do not wish certain people to go to school because they don't have the money. So if they don't have the money, they're like, well, you're born poor, you got to stay poor. No, that's not cool. You have to have the freedom to change. You have to have the freedom to dream. You have to have the freedom to take your life in your hands and do, goddammit, what you wish to do with your life. Now, this is as far as education is concerned. I'm not going to go deeper into that because I could talk to you for hours and hours and hours. And chances are I'm going to get bashed with some stupid comment again in the comment section down below. If it's full of hate and stupid, it will be deleted. So just go for it. Be my guest. For all the loving comments, and 99% of them are loving and supportive, I say thank you so much because they give me the strength, the energy to keep on going, to keep on making these videos, because ultimately I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for myself, of course, too, because I love to see the interaction with you guys. But as I said, there's things we can choose and things we cannot choose. If you're gay, you're gay. That's not a choice. Okay? Let's get that out of the way immediately. It's not a choice. You either are or you're not. Now, for a parent that has come to terms with the homosexuality of their kids, the kids have had their coming out, to experience hate, gratuitous hate, without any reason, coming from some imbecile on the street, projected towards her or his kids, it should never happen to a parent. It kills a parent. It's like kids should never die before their parents. All parents that really love their kids are going to tell you that. A parent should never witness the death. A parent should never outlive their kids. That parents don't want that. When somebody, without any reason, attacks their kids, a part of the parents die, because they see their kids die. It's visualize this. I'm losing my chair again. This freaking chair. Sorry, guys. This fucking chair. Okay. Now, when something like this happens, it is most of the time because, unfortunately for gay kids, very soon on in their lives, they start getting used to being bashed that way. So to experience something like this, not on a regular basis, by a parent, it's usually more painful for the parent than it is for the kid, psychologically. Because being attacked hurts the kid, because the kid is being attacked, but it hurts the parent even more so because the parent, you're attacking something they love unconditionally, and they don't understand why. And it's horrible. So just all of you out there that think that, being gay is wrong, just get it out of your fucking head. Stop limiting yourself. Live and let live. Live and let live. And don't, a lot of these people are just going to bash you and give you all that hate just because they're going to say, they're going to use excuses like religion and, it's ungodly. Listen, boo. Your hatred is ungodly. God is all about love, not about hate. And it's as simple as that. And this brings me again back to the point with this Republican and Democrat issue. Both are protected and loved by God. None of them is better or worse. They're human beings with a heart and a soul. So you have to kind of layer all of those chunks and layers of the onion, to get to the core, the essence. Peel off the layer, the Democrat layer, peel off the Republican layer, peel off, your diet layer, peel off the last book you read layer, just peel all of that off and get to the essence, the core, which is the soul, which is the heart. The soul and the heart, they don't work according to rules and regulations of somebody who wrote some book millennia ago about how you gotta behave. They abide to other rules. And those rules go beyond anything that can be explained in words or with words. And this is the core and the essence. I have had to learn this the hard way my entire freaking life. And I still every day, when I get some stupid comment, if it catches me off guard, I'm like, oh, for a second. But then, water off a duck's back, as Jinx Monsoon would say. But this brings me to the point of the words. The words are not the essence. The Tower of Babylon collapsed and language was created. I'm simplifying this, to separate people. Language is a tricky poison. Words are a tricky poison. They can mean things and imply other totally different things. And we have to be clever enough to understand that the words are not at the essence and at the core of what we truly are. Words are not the essence. The soul and the heart are. And they do not abide by these spoken rules with words, poisoned by words. We have to learn that if some idiot on the street spits at us with words of hate, that's an abstraction. We have to be stronger than that. We have to understand that those words will not affect our core because we will not let them affect our core, because those are not the rules by which we live. Those are not the rules of communication by which we abide. A heart does not need words. And if another human being needs words to hurt you, then they are the ones who already lost a long time ago. It's as simple as that. Easier said than done? I know. What do you think? The way I look and the way I dress, walking down the street, I get this shit every day. There are times when I react quite aggressively and times where I just don't care. I can't lie to you and just be like all happy, say like, oh yeah, hi guys, welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Yeah, I'm really happy to see all of you. But I ain't that happy every day. I ain't that happy every time I go on the street and, I notice some injustice going on. I can switch. I can become very, very viciously angry. But I'm learning with time, to let go. Certain things will happen whether we want them to happen or not. And when they happen, all we can do is decide what sort of reaction we give. What reaction can a mother give when a son is being bashed right in front of her, either verbally or physically, heaven forbid even? Nothing. I mean, you can hit the other guy, kill him, shoot, I don't know. In America, you can have weapons on you. So, there could be a bloodbath. It could go horribly wrong. In a split second, things can go so wrong. Or you build that extreme sense of fine-tuned, how to put it in words? You see, again, words. I'm lacking the right words to describe an emotion so pure. Feeling your son in that moment. What was his reaction? How did he react? What sort of energies did he show in that moment as a reaction to that hate? Could he handle it on his own? Maybe he could. I don't know. From your comment, I can't say. If he could, then you did your job right. The love you gave your kid is so powerful and strong that that kid in that moment showed you that he can overcome anything. And if that was the case, then kudos to you, my dear. You have won. You have won the fight. You've won the battle. You've won the war. You have raised a healthy, sane, soulful, and heartful human being. All right, where we all got 14 minutes. Ooh, this got really intense. Let's. I hope I can get another comment in, but we started very intense. Let's try to lighten it up a little. Okay. All right. Here's a little question about Chanel. Grip Hobby. Hi, Grip Hobby. How you doing, sweetie? On my must-see Chanel brooch collection. I will post the video in the description box down below, the link to the video in the description box down below, where I showcase my entire Chanel brooch collection. So Grip Hobby asks, I have a smaller Chanel wheat brooch and it's silver with crystals at the top. The stamp is different than yours. It was purchased in 2010 Spring-Summer collection. Do you know anything about the authenticity of stamps? I know there are some that are uncommon. Tricky. You have to be very cautious because the Spring-Summer 2010 collection has been copied a lot. There is a lot of replicas out there, especially when it, comes to these wheat pieces, whether it be necklaces, whether it be earrings, or brooches. Unfortunately, I do not have the entire collection. I mean, not in real life, but I have a digital collection of photos, from catalogs of the time. I unfortunately do not have the entire photo archive of all of those brooches, so I can't tell you how many were produced, which sizes, all in all, But I do know that a lot of replicas were out there. So I can also tell you, though, that my brooch is the biggest size wheat brooch that was produced that year, and mine was purchased within the Chanel boutique directly. So if you need to kind of, you could see my video and compare my stamp to yours. But as you say, your brooch is smaller. Yes, the sizes of the stamps also vary. The stamp on my brooch is very big because the brooch is very big. But I do have other brooches that are so tiny where the stamp is so minuscule that you need a magnifying glass to really read what the stamp says. However, back in 2010, every brooch did carry the Chanel logo, the entire Chanel writing, the double C's with the registered trademark and the copyright, the made in Italy or made in France writing, as well as the date of production, which would give you the year. In the case of Spring Summer 10, you're going to have a 10 on one side of the double C logo, and you're going to have a P on the other side. The P stands for Printemps, which means in French, spring summer. Actually means spring, but spring summer is the case. So the replicas usually do not carry a date. They usually don't. But maybe that year the copies were kind of more particular and anal about the details, which they usually are not. So just be sure to check that your brooch does have the date on it. That's a big indicator whether or not it's fake or false. However, there still are a lot of fakes out there with stamps, but usually they do not have the date. So fingers crossed you have an authentic one. If you've purchased it in a Chanel boutique directly, then of course it's authentic. You don't have to worry about it. But if you purchased it secondhand, be cautious. 2010 Spring Summer, tricky year. A lot of copies, a lot of fakes out there. Jeepers Creepers. This is very complicated because we're reaching 20 minutes and we only did 2 questions. I have all these amazing... I'm going to have to do a second video, guys, because this is like... Let's do one more quick. I hope I can manage. Glenda Holding. How you doing, Glenda, sweetie? Hello, hello, hello. Enjoyed your video, Dacob. There's a matrix of YouTubes that is so easy to get trapped into. The matrix is full of rehashed and boring stuff. Bit like fashion industry these days, come to think of it. Glad we can bust out with your vids. Lots of love. Thank you so much, Glenda, sweetie. What did I write to you? I said, so true. What a perfect comparison. It is so eye-opening, what you just said. It really is like the fashion industry these days. Sad but true. You know, the problem with YouTube and a lot of content on YouTube being, as Glenda says, like rehashed, and there's this like matrix of just like seeing different people doing the same videos. And I don't know if you've noticed that, but like usually if you're into fashion and stuff, usually the unboxing videos are all the same. You're either going to see a Neverfull being unboxed, and the people that unboxed the Neverfull probably watched videos of somebody else unboxing a Neverfull, so they're going to repeat to you the same notions with maybe slightly different words. But you can easily, if you're kind of researching a product that you would like to a luxury bag, for example, which is the case, my channel is a lot about luxury and bags and stuff like that. It's easy to fall into this kind of loop. It happened to me in the past as well, where I'm just looking for a product. I don't know, Chanel Jumbo, huge example. Everybody's making a Chanel Jumbo unboxing video, right? Well, everybody who can afford it, everybody who buys it, but there's a lot of Chanel Jumbo reviews and unboxings out there. They're all the same. And you end up watching 10, 15, 20 of them, and like after 20 videos, you're not brighter or cleverer than you were before. You're like, okay, so I just watched 20 of them, and so, yeah. They didn't give me much information. It's hard to battle your way through the heaviness, the burden, like the lack of substance, really, that's out there. But you got to battle your way through, and sometimes it takes a long time, but you need that patience. You got to click on that video and at least hear the first, 10, 20 sentences somebody's saying, and then you could figure out if they're, really have a substance, or if they're just like showing off that bag that they just purchased, which is super lame because like it doesn't bring you anything, you know. Like there's just certain amount of things I could be super enthusiastic about seeing somebody being happy. I love seeing people happy for their unboxings, but then like after that, okay, we're done. After 5 minutes, you've unboxed it, I'm happy, I can move on. But if you really have something to tell me, then I stick around till the end of the video, but that's mostly not the case. So yeah, it's a matrix we gotta break out of, definitely. Okay guys, time's up. Next video coming soon. Love you all. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Love you all. Don't you ever forget, no matter what kind of hate comes at you, don't ever give up on love. Love you guys. See you soon. Take care. Bye.